What's good, y'all? You already know what day it is. It's Sumi Sunday. And today I wanted to speak on the murder trial for the police officer that killed George Floyd. And it's just, that's how I was speaking on this more the other day. And I just wanted to kind of gather my thoughts and kind of speak on the whole situation. And like I was saying, is that it's literally the fact that people don't value black lives. Like, they wouldn't. A lot of people, some people, especially some white people, it's not all, but some white people literally value the lives of their pets and dogs and cats and stuff like that more than they value the life of a black person or a minority. Like, you have organizations like PETA out here, and a lot of people with PETA, I feel like they go harder for trying to protect the lives of animals than they do of minorities and black people and other human beings. And it's like, where did the separation go to the point where I'm gonna fight harder for the lives of these animals than the lives of human beings. And it's just the mentality that some people have. Like, they just remove themselves so much that they just don't even rationalize that they being inhumane, or that they just don't care like they should. Like, I don't understand how you just don't process the fact that a person was killed, you know? And then, people want to make excuses and say stuff like, oh, well, if he would have just listened to the police, if he would have just, obeyed, everything would have been all right. And that's the thing. There's examples of stuff like that where people do obey and we still get killed. So it's like, what are we supposed to do even in those situations? And the other problem with that, when people say stuff like that, is you can literally see videos and incidents where a white person I literally watched a video of a white person running down a police car. Like, he rammed into the car, tried to run them off the road, like all of that. And they still arrested this man peacefully. So it's like, how can you arrest a white person peacefully when they're literally trying to kill you, but you can figure out how to arrest them peacefully? But a black person without no type of weapons whatsoever, just because you feel like he's a threat, just because he's black, even though he has no weapons on him, he can't kill you. First of all, the man was in handcuffs. So a man can literally be in handcuffs, no weapons on him, and they still find a way to try to kill him or say that he's a threat. And it's like, what can we do at that point? And it's like, people just don't get it. And that's what bothers me. People just don't get it. Like, they don't understand. And the problem is, they're not trying to understand. And my thing is, like I always say, people not gonna get it till it hits home. And so that's why a lot of white people not gonna get it, because it's never gonna hit home for them. It's never gonna affect them to that level. It's never gonna cross their mind like, hey, maybe it's more than just they were resisting arrest or they were being difficult with the police. It's like, hey, maybe they just don't look at black people the same as white people. Like, they just don't treat us the same. They just don't value our lives as much. They just don't think that we're human. Like, they just don't give us that level of can't even think of the word. It's just frustrating. It's like, they just don't care. And it's like, people don't try to understand, and they don't try to care. And that's what bothers me. It's the fact that people just don't try to understand each other. And that's what my thing, like I always say, is that we need to understand. It's like, even if you're not fighting the battle fully, like I said, if you're black, and the Stop Asian Hate thing, it's not about trying to argue who's struggling more. Just be like, okay, if something happens, I'm supporting it. You ain't got to be out here protesting. You don't have to be out here protesting directly with Asians and or whatever minorities, you don't have to do all that, but you have to support them and what the movement, because if we support each other overall, like I said, we can make a complete difference, because the whole goal is to make us fight against each other so we don't realize the bigger picture. That's the whole objective. That's why people fight based on race, based on class, based on wealth. Like, they find so many different ladders for us to argue that we don't realize the bigger picture. Because if 1% of America owns 80% of the wealth in the country, then don't you think that 99, what are the other 99% doing that we can't get more wealth spread evenly throughout the country? It's because we not working together to do stuff like that, to make it more fair, to make it more even. And yes, they're going to try to do things to keep us at that level, but if we all came together and thought and worked together, we can create that change. Because how can they overturn if 1% is what? 3 million people? 3 million Americans? So if the other, let's just say 250 million Americans, let's say even just half, let's just say like, I don't know, 150 to 200 million Americans came together like, you know what, I'm tired of this. I don't like how the government's set up. I don't like how capitalism is set up. Let's just figure out how to make this more even and the wealth spread more evenly, and figure out how to get things on a more of an even playing field. You know, my thing is like, I ain't even saying end capitalism completely, but make it more even. There's no way someone like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they're making hundreds of billions of dollars, and then you still got homeless people out here. Like, bad, like, it's bad homeless. Like, in California, it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? In major cities, it's terrible. You know, you have thousands of homeless people. You know, it might be even millions. I'm not sure of the exact numbers, but it's all these homeless people. But then we have billionaires, like 100 billionaires, not just like billionaires, 100 billionaires. You know what I'm saying? And so this equality of wealth, like, there has to be some type of balance to it, because it's just uneven and it's just not right. And the thing is, because of that, people are just inhumane. Like, they rather figure out how to make more money than how to help the next person, or how to, you know, make someone live, is make sure everyone life is treated equally, or that it's valued just as much as the other. Instead, they're gonna be like, well, whatever's gonna make me the most money, let's do that, and stuff like that. And it's like, at one point do you be like, hey, $1 billion is enough, $500 million is enough. Like, let me do something with my money to help contribute back to my community. And like the other thing, like I was talking to my brother about, it's like the other problem with that is, like, let's say now you give them tax breaks for donating and stuff like that. The problem is these billionaires can donate to whoever they want. So instead of donating back into like education, to impoverished communities, stuff like that, they donating to causes they feel are causes to them. So now they may be donating to stuff like PETA. And it's like, PETA is not as important as helping these homeless people and trying to fund these school systems and education systems. But the problem is, they fund education systems, people gonna learn more about how to build their own wealth, and these top, you know, billionaires and millionaires and stuff like that, they gonna start losing some of their wealth, because we gonna figure out how to make our own, and we not gonna keep funding them. So it's just stuff like that. It's just the system is so messed up, and we don't even realize how messed up it is. And to speak on the case, it's just like, people don't value, like, they don't value black lives. And it's just like, people just don't care. And it's frustrating sometimes, because I just see the level of like ignorance some people have. And some people are generally just ignorant, they don't know. And some people just don't care to know, and they don't want to know, and they refuse to know and do better and be better. And that's what frustrates me, people who refuse to change and be better. It's like, even if you were having a certain mind process at a certain point in your life, you can always change and become better. But the problem is, a lot of people make excuses on why they can't become better. And that's my whole problem. Why do you keep making excuses on why you can't become better? Why? You can always, it's never too late. Even if you 60, 70, even 80 years old or something like that, you can always become better. People just don't want to. And it's frustrating me. And that's just my whole thing. And why I wanted to speak on this is just, I just wanted to bring it up and just bring some attention to like the trial and everything, and the fact that you got people going on the stand talking about, they wish they could have done more, but at the end of the day, it's like, what more can I understand? But more can you do when like the police is gonna try to kill you too if you try to do something? And that's the most frustrating thing. It's like, so now it's gonna be multiple dead bodies because you try to help interfere and save another person's life because the police was killing them, stuff like that. And it's just frustrating because people just don't value human life. Some people just don't value human life. And like, whole thing about this trial is that like I had saw, it's about being a humane person. It's like you say, it's not even about the police brutality. It's like, what person is just like, he didn't murder him? Like, who in their right mind is like, I don't think he murdered him. Like, who's thinking that way? And that's the whole thing. Like, if this man gets off, it's like, how did he get off? And that's the sad thing, like I said, is that we have to worry about the fact that it's a possibility this man might get off with clear-cut murder. Like, I don't see who can disagree that this man murdered George Floyd. I don't know who disagrees with that. But yeah, we still worried he might get off for murder in clear-cut. This is like clear-cut, he committed murder. But we still have that concern that he might get off. And it's just frustrating, man. Oh, man. Excuse me. But, man, like I always say, man, if nobody else rooting for you, I'm rooting for you. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody's black. Y'all be great out here. Y'all stay safe. I'm rooting for y'all. I want y'all to be great, man. And just open up your mind. And like I was telling my nephew the other day, it's like sometimes you have to get out your comfort zone. So you might be like, I like how things, you might be comfortable with how stuff is going in society and America and stuff like that. But at some point, if something's bothering you or you don't like the way things going, even if you are comfortable, you have to think and be like, okay, why is things like this? Why is it like that? Why do people get treated like this? Why do people get treated like that? And you guys sometimes get out your comfort zone and be like, okay, what can I do to change that? Yeah, I might not, be the most sociable person, or I might not be the most, vocal, or I might not be, this or that, whatever the case may be. Your weakness, and you just have to work on that and figure out what can you do to be better and how to contribute into creating change within the cause or whatever you're trying to do. If it's whether it's be better in your life, whether it's doing something in your community to help make your community better, you might just get out your comfort zone and do something different in order to help your people. And that's the thing I've been learning as I get older and as I've been doing things. It's like sometimes it doesn't matter about what I'm comfortable doing. It's like I need to do what's right or try to do what's right. That's what I'm saying. Everybody ain't always going to make the right decision. They ain't always going to do the right thing. I mean, we all make mistakes. We all human. But the fact that like I always say is just try your best to do what's right and do what you can to help, and like I said, everybody, you gonna make mistakes. I mean, everybody has learning curves, but as long as you trying to be your best self and be the best person you can be and do what you can to help better your community and your people, man, and just treat people humane. Is it that hard to be humane? Because I'm saying, if this happened to a white person, this would have been a closed shut case. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but for some reason, a lot of white people can't process in their mind, oh, this is my husband, this is my son, this is my father. Like, because some reason, since we black, they just don't put it in the same, like, they don't think of it from a human perspective. They just think of it from like, oh, this is a black person owned, But if it was a white person, they would imagine, oh, this is my son, this is my, and I don't understand why some white people can't process in their mind black people being like the same as them. Like, I don't understand. Like, we all just people. And I don't understand why some people just really in their mind can't process, oh, I don't think black people, like, they don't think we equivalent. I don't understand why people feel that way. But, man, I don't want to keep going on a rant. But y'all be great, and it's all love out here, man. I wish y'all all well. Y'all be safe. One love.